Do you think people are hurting because of sex?
So many people out here are hurting due to sex. First point, I'll give this point of non-satisfaction. For example, I have a friend of mine, a lady. She has a boyfriend. She's into a relationship, but she always tells me the boy does not satisfy her. The boy does nothing. So the lady is suffering. It's hurt.
It is true. People are getting hurt. Like for instance, we can have this thing of waiting till marriage, but there are those youths who have strict principles. Someone was decided to wait till you marry her in order to not be biased. There are also guys who wants to do it after marriage.
Exactly.
Yeah?
You should have said that before.
Yes. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there are those people who have decided in their minds that they will engage themselves into this action once they get married. Now, if someone has that stand, then you force him or her into doing the act. You will be hurting him or her, because you will not be enjoying.
Sex is meant for married people, and as a youth, you are encouraged to abstain from sex before marriage. So if you are getting hurt, it is because you wanted to get hurt.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, people, and welcome to our channel. This is the Youth of Light. We are usually live on Facebook and YouTube every Saturday at 5 p.m. You can be sure to follow us, like us, subscribe, share, comment, give your opinions, because we really need your opinions to know if we can do better or give you a better content than we are doing right now, and we will surely be a blessing to you. There's usually a number down there on the advert section that you can always text, WhatsApp, or call. Then we will be sure to get back to you. Today on the panel, I got 100% gents. Leo atuna nini gender balance. So I will just start my introduction from my immediate left. We have Kome, we have Frank, then not new to you on the show. So we have James, then we have ukiona koti unafaa respect at the farthest end. We have Enoch. Today he's standing in for our pastor, so that will be his own argument, and we will surely want to hear what you guys are giving us opinions. So I'm your host, Josiah, today. So we are continuing with our topic. We were talking about being sexy and saved. At the same time, we tackled some questions. So today we are starting with this question, whether people out here are hurting because of sex. And I'll pose that question for an argument first from James. So James, with whatever people you know outside here with yourself, do you think people are hurting because of sex?
Actually, from my understanding, so many people out here are hurting due to sex. So I'll start with the first point I'll give is this point of non-satisfaction. For example, I have a friend of mine, a lady. She has a boyfriend. She's into a relationship, but she always tells me the boy does not satisfy her. The boy does nothing. Yeah.
She is that open.
She is open. So she was asking me for the advice. Whether could she jump into another relationship to get satisfaction, or what should she
do?
What she should do. So I had no advice, actually. You know,
it's tough. It's tough advising
I don't know
a lady.
The problem with the man. So the lady is suffering, is hurting, because during that time, you see, the stimuli has aroused, but now nobody satisfies her. So she's hurting. She's trying to relieve from the feeling, but so it's a problem to relieve from the feeling without that thing happening. So the boy is just there doing nothing. You don't know where the problem is. So this lady is hurting. It's a serious hurt.
That's a serious
Second
one.
Point, what I'll give, I have an experience is post-sexual abuse.
Post-sexual, what do you mean by that?
So after the act, the man may start telling the friends, that lady does nothing, is a harlot. He does not feel anything. You see? So the lady may get information from people. This man abused you. You see, now she will hurt.
I know.
Or the lady telling the friends, this man does nothing.
ile
Yeah.
kusambazwa hapa.
Ile yani,
By that you mean ile
huyu jamaa ni
kusambazwa
kama hana
hapa.
kitu, huyu jamaa wanasemanga
I'm
hana.
telling you. I won't even mention the name.
So,
Sita mention hiyo
ukisikia hivyo
name.
kama wewe mwanaume,
You
itakuumiza by the way. Bwana,
your self-esteem
watu
is
watakufikiria
actually
aje?
100% lowered.
It will be lowered.
Okay.
So that one is hard. Anaumia juu sasa watu watakuona aje? It's like you don't have the privacy, or you just there doing nothing.
No, and then you are publicized. Unajua kuna
Yeah.
kitu mbaya inakuanga kama kukuwa publicized on the negative side. Afadhali you publicize you on the positive side, I guess.
Wenyewe wawili mjue.
At least,
At least. Lakini sasa ukishatolewa nje,
it's bad.
actually it's bad.
Two strong points there from James are people hurting because of sex, and we have two very tough arguments there. We will still want to help this friend of James. Frank, what do you think? Are people hurting because of sex, or are they hurt?
Yeah. Okay, before I jump into giving my view,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to come to James' point because I think there is something we call lust in this act of doing sex. And
By that you mean?
I'm bringing this point because we have some ladies outside here who are complaining about their men, yet they have interest in whoever they are complaining to. Like, for example, this girl might have seen James and developed some interest in him. So she started with giving negative side of his man so that James can see need of helping her out. So she can grab the chance and start it with James.
Okay.
So that becomes lust. That is not getting hurt. If for sure she means what she is complaining, well and good, can help her. But if she's being controlled by lust, kindly she needs prayers. Now, as I give my view of whether people are getting hurt, I would like to say that, yeah, it is true. People are getting hurt. Like, for instance, we can have this thing of waiting till marriage. I believe we are basing our points on youth. But there are those youths who have strict principles. Someone who has decided to wait till you marry her in order to, let me not be biased, there are also guys who wants to do it after marriage.
Exactly.
Yeah?
You should have said
So,
that before.
Yes. I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there are those people who have decided in their minds that they will engage themselves into this action once they get married. Now, if someone has that stand, then you force him or her into doing the act. You will be hurting him or her because you will not be enjoying.
Okay.
Yeah, there is that feeling of guilty because he has broken his or her principle. I chose to wait till marriage, but I want to retain this chance of getting married or marrying this particular person. So he or she will engage into sex just to retain you because he or she has interest in you.
She does. She or he. They
But the
don't
fact
want to
is-
lose each other. That is.
Yes, because he or she doesn't want to lose his or her partner. Yes.
All right. I think, guys, you've heard that. With Frank's argument, we won't override the fact that still dissatisfaction is a very big factor that causes a lot of hurting in between couples in a relationship. Though he still has a very good point of lust. There are those people who can't get satisfied, who really can't get satisfied by one person. They would want. There are also, I think last time when we were talking, actually James had a point that a lot of men, but there is some blood of polygamy that runs in them. They are just having one person is a problem. So if you find someone like that, then I think you have quite a big problem. So I'll give this to Enoch. So Enoch, outside here with the youths you have interacted, do you think there are people outside here according to the points you've had, hurting because of sex? And if so, how can you still utawasaidia aje if they are there right now before they get into the real deal, that is marriage now, because we are still youth? How are you going to help them?
Okay, thank you for giving me this chance. I'm also glad to be on the panel today. I've been working behind the scenes, but today I'd like to be.
Karibu sana, karibu sana.
So I would like to say, why should you first get hurt? You know, you are a youth. Why should you get first hurt?
So
we know
we should.
Sex is meant for married people. And as a youth, you are encouraged to abstain from sex before marriage. So if you are out there and you are getting hurt, it is because you wanted to get hurt.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I get you, Enoch, but now suppose I've already done it and I am really hurt, and that's me. Or before I get even into the one of me doing it voluntary, for example, might be I was raped. You see, I have a very bad experience about sex.
And for that case, I know there are victims of rape case and they are hurting. Wanapitia maisha because they did something they were not willing to do. You know, they were forced. And for them, we expect it our woman still. So these people just need guiding and counseling.
Okay.
Ili kwamba they accept that this thing happened, but wako ready for it. Lakini wanaweza kaa aje, wanaweza chukulia hiyo situation. You know, wanaweza accept aje, because who accept pia it is another issue. Unapata okay, you have been raped, but you hata still unaangalia yule mtu alikurepe. Still it doesn't make sense to you kwamba this is the person who raped.
Okay.
I've seen a lady in our hometown. This lady is so beautiful. Now, in fact, alikuwa ametoka Mombasa. And you know how this girl from Mombasa, like when they are from Mombasa,
Jamani, naenda kwetu.
Vile wanameka, you know, with the miniskirt. So she went on a market. Na kukakuwa na wazimu moja. I don't know this guy whether was really wazimu ama ni bangi. And then this guy, what he did, he saw everything like exposed, like, you know, how thighs vile ziko. And, you know, men are attracted to what they see.
Yeah.
Quickly attracted to what they see. So venye ameona, kaona vizuri, you know, na jamaa amebebana makuni yake, he decided to pass na yeye mpaka chini. And like, you know, that lady alikuwa amecause insecurity kwa wanawake huko because of their husbands. Yeah? She was a threat and a great threat. But what happened now, when this guy alimshika and then wakaanguka. You know, women said, let it be a lesson to her. Because of exposing her body.
Like what?
Exactly. Yeah? I would also.
And the guy did whatever. And in fact, wamama walikuja na maleso.
Exactly.
That one was
exactly.
right.
I would also comment that because why are you dressing to arouse men?
You know now what happened next?
This
lady, when she saw it is me who have been raped with this man. In fact, with that man. She went and anguka ndani ya mto, and that's what
aishe hivyo.
Yeah.
That's very bad, but sisi kama youth of light, we will not go for anyone.
And that's why
tukiwaambia wana dress to arouse Frank. Unasikia? They are not dressing to arouse anyone. So Pastor Enoch, what if ni ile voluntary? Sasa kuna ile ninataka curiosity, you know, how it killed the cat. Kwa hivyo ni ile mimi nimejitakia mwenyewe bana, ninataka kuonja hizi vitu and then I want to ninataka kufeel. Sasa na nishaingia, you know, bado si yuko ule mse innocent, nishaingia and then it's already bad, it's really going bad on me. So I want you to help me in that manner. Sasa ni mimi niko hivyo and then umesikia hizo points wamesema, they are very real. Nikishajipata into that deep end, what am I supposed to do?
I heard somebody say, talking of this
dissatisfaction.
Satisfaction. So why are you not being satisfied in the first place? Because you have tasted so many sizes. Maybe now you came to James ukafeel Jemo bado atoshi, like ndio niko naye currently na atoshi. No, and that's why God said that sex is meant for married people. And we look in Genesis, when you read Genesis chapter 1 verse 28, sex was meant for procreation and for the unity of the unity between a husband and wife.
Couple.
No, for couple. So if you are getting like maybe you are not getting satisfied with the act or whatever, it is because you have allowed yourself to be used. Umejaribu, umeguza kule, you know all sizes. So umefikia James, unaona James anatosha. But what if ungekaa mpaka ungoje ile time yako ya marriage ifike, utatosheka na ule wako ukona naye because you don't have any other experience.
Hauna ile experience kwa outside hapa yenye inafanya.
Whatever James is giving you of that person anakupatia,
it's enough for you.
So mtu kama tuseme mtu kama huyo amekuwa hurt kabisa, then encouragement wake tu ni kwamba stop whatever you are doing, stop to look for, you know, stop going around searching and looking for people to satisfy you. Kwanza tulia na maisha yako. Check on yourself first. Penye umepita mazee,
kanyangia chini hapo sasa.
Weka speed governor
and then look at yourself, re-examine yourself, uone kama unaweza achana kidogo because
and again I think I can help such a lady, because
even a man,
but I'm talking specifically to this lady who is complaining about dissatisfaction from his man. I think it would have been better if this lady addresses this issue to the man, not to the community, like coming to me, addressing the issue to me, addressing the issue to James, addressing the issue to Enoch. First start with the man. Talk about it with the man. Ndio muone where you can rectify. Umwambie venye unataka. Nataka hivi na hivi na hivi hapa, ufanye hivi na hivi na hivi. Naona anaweza rekebisha. Talking it to James, I think it will not help.
So 100% Enoch says we should re-examine ourselves and forget that it existed. Forget that we did this and start afresh and live the sexual life to married people. Because now Frank has said something that makes a lot of sense, and that will be still in one of our topics: communication, effective communication in relationships.
Sure.
And also to the point of dissatisfaction, that's where most of the youths are. Men are actually going for masturbation, a lot of it. Kidogo tu kwa bafu mtu ashaisha, kidogo tu kidogo tu ashaisha hapa. I think there was even some video going viral. Mliona msee kwa barabara. Yani imagine. So people are really going into that and it's really wasting. So I think with all that argument, our dear viewer, you can actually even give us your opinion down there and see what is your experience.
Maybe just to last point. What I can say to our viewers is that if you have not done it before, don't do it. You end up getting hurt. Why? Because now you are allowed yourself to tumika. And of course, ukitumika, we have people who have been even hurt because wametumiwa na wakaachwa.
Which
Wametumiwa na wakaachwa. Like tu mtu anataka kutest tu, know your dignity, jiweke vizuri sana until that right time comes, because if you do this sex before married, it is a sin to God.
Wow.
I support my pastor here. Please, viewers, sex is for married men.
You have had it well. You have had it well, my viewers. So kindly give me your opinion down there on that section. Kindly tell me what you think. And we are now going to our next question. Just before that, we are going on a very short commercial break. We'll be just right back to the next question.